Alright, so I got a little confused there. If you want to use these charts, you can view these as accidentals. No matter what key you're in, even if you're in the key of B, B has a third, B has a fourth, and then there's a no play accidental in the fifth. If you want to treat that as if you want to treat it like a blues note, that's where it would be. You can look at them at that, and this is the first time I've ever done this. Realized that I could look at that I can use the chart without the inlays and just look at them as accidentals like that. So that's fine. It's, you know, because the piano player wants to see those accidentals. We have to see the white keys and the black keys. We have to. That's the only way that we can relate. We can relate a 4 to a 5 by having an accidental in between. So there's no problem there. So this is the first chart that I filled those in, and now, you know, once I filled some of them in, I had to get the rest of them. So the name of the chart was Diatonic Patterns for Modal Scale Chords. Okay, I just remembered what I was going to teach, what I was supposed to teach on this. So the bottom line is, it's fairly complicated, but it's easy. Let's look at an A shape right here. So an A shape would start on the 5th. So we've got a pattern for that. We've got 5, 6, 7, root 2. That's the top of an S3L. And then we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root. So the A shape in this case, okay, let's get the square box. The A shape in this case is two long guys right here. Let's talk pentatonic first. This is the A shape, right? So everybody knows that, or you should know that. To play an A shape pentatonic, you're going to do two shorties, two longies, and two shorties. Alright? It's one of the easiest shapes to play. And it's even shaped like an A. It's kind of shaped like an A. You look at this. It looks like an A, kind of. See, it's kind of A shaped like that. Okay. Let's look at the scale patterns that are involved there. We've got an S2L. I guess I've got the chart right here. No reason not to show you. So in pentatonic, we have our S3S here, right here. Okay. Copy that. But remember, that S3S is only going to be the top of one of them. So it's right there. Remember, it's only the top. There's a part of that pattern that's no string, no play. Alright, that's our S3L. And it's important to understand, to fit these patterns in your mind. Do this in your mind. You do it in your mind. You see the pattern as the top of an S3S. Stack of 3 short. Oh, messed up. Messed up. I messed up there. Alright. So let's try that one more time. We're going to grab our S3S here real quick. Because this is too important not to do, people. You know, we have to look at it this way. There's our S3S in the A shape. And we're going to grab, and now we're on the pentatonic scale, so we don't have the 4th and the 7th to mess us up. Right? It's taking forever. Alright, that is an S3L. Now, do these line up? 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root. And then we're going to have another S3S or an S3L up top there. In pentatonic, it's going to be an S3L, S3S. Yeah. So that one's also got a no string, no play, and it's warped over. And it's warped over. It means the top, the whole thing is warped up, because anything on the top two strings goes back to P4 tuning. As if you had these guitars, you had 4 notes here, 4 notes here, but there was a little third in between. But you got regular guitar down here, regular guitar all the way up here, up to infinity. All the way down here, up to infinity. It's just a little tuning fault that's there. What the gist of this lesson was supposed to be about is that when we are making an A-shaped root, you can't see the R there, but it's an A-shaped root. Remember, with the A-shape, you're talking about an A-shaped C from the G, right? The G is down on the bottom. The G is the fifth now. This is no string, no play. The G is the fifth. Okay? 4 bars. So when we do that, that long E guy is going to be a bona fide S2L. Okay, right there. There's your S2L. Whether it's the same length, because the 4th and the 7th are embedded in the pattern. They're in between. So that's going to be an S2L. Now we want to look at the A shape as it is the 4th. So we're going to go over to the next box here and find an A shape that is the 4th. So here we have the 4th would be root, and A shape has a second inversion. So it's 5 root 3. Here's root 4 6, which is 5 root 3 for the Lydian, for the F, for the 4th. Now let's look at, and we're going to only have time to do the middle part. So the A shape would start on the 5th of the 4th, which is the root. So this down here would be this guy would be down here. Okay, we got to hurry up, because I think it's we're not going to have time for all right, we're going to have to explain this one because we're running out of time. So we've got the A-shaped 4th is going to be root 2 4 5. That's the shorty. But it's not going to be 5 6 root 2. It's going to be root 2 4 5. And then we have the long E is going to be 6 root 2 3. In other words, it's the top of an S2L there. Okay, and the bottom of an S3S there, but it's warped. So it's the same shape. It's the same shape. Drawing tool, help us. Help, drawing tool. We've got the same shape. It's an A shape, even though we've got some different notes here. Okay, we've got some different notes here. I think this goes like this, and this goes like this. You know, it's because we're now in a different key almost, but not. We're in a different mode. So it's the same A shape, but we don't have a true S2L there. We have the top of an S2L, and we're not playing this part of that S2L. And then we have the bottom of an S3S, of an S3L there, which has the long one. So that's it for today. We'll have more about how the patterns, you have to be careful with the patterns. And thanks for watching.